Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here, hanging out here in Long Beach. It's a nice day, sunny with a little breeze going on and everything. And so I thought I'll just put out a video of talking about how to get a Chase business credit card and how to build up to $50,000 in business credit. Like I said, for most of my videos, I keep telling people that the fastest way to build up business credit is actually just going through the banks, because where most people, well, they're still stuck on like net 30s and stuff like that. Net 30s does not help with getting business credit funding, like with Dun & Bradstreet and stuff like that. Having a high paydex score, you can have 100 paydex score, but that's not going to guarantee you no funding, because you're still not building a relationship with the banks. Now, there are some banks that would maybe or maybe not look at your DUNS file, but I would say about 99% of the time, it's not going to have anything to do with your business, with your Dun & Bradstreet file. So that's the thing that I continue to tell people, is that what you're doing, you're wasting money, okay, and you're wasting time. And so by you worried about getting a DUNS number and then worried about having net 30s report and waiting on them to report, and then you're constantly buying net 30s, like I told you, that even the net 30 game is changing. Like, to get a Granger account now, again, they want you to pony up more money. It used to be a one and done. Not anymore. You're gonna have to spend a couple $100s with them in order to get them to report, okay? And so it's just a changing game. And I keep telling people, like, why not just build a relationship with the banks, like with a Chase Bank? And the way you do that is, if you're close to a Chase Bank, then what you want to do, first thing you want to do, you want to open up a personal checking account and a business checking account, right? And the reason is you want to build a relationship with them, all right? And so once you open up your personal account and business checking account, I'm going to tell you a strategy that I would do. So here's something that I don't think many people understand. Like, you know, with the Amazon Visa is funded through Chase, right? So it's a co-partnered card. So if I was trying to build up my business credit, then I would look at the co-partnered companies. And so since Amazon, 90% of people use Amazon or have used Amazon somewhere along the lines, then what I would do, I would open up a Amazon business account, right? And so having an Amazon business account, again, what you're doing data mining. Now, this is how you actually start building a relationships on both sides. But let's talk about if you're going directly with Chase. All right, so here's the thing. Like, if you're going directly with Chase, when you're trying to get a business credit card through Chase, like, you actually can get a business credit card without actually having a business. That's something that most people don't even realize. You actually don't have to have a business to get a business credit card. And so, but I wouldn't do it that way. The reason I wouldn't do it that way is because if you're trying to get 10,000 plus in business funding, then I would actually set myself up as a legitimate business. Okay, and so, like I said, we're building a relationship with Chase. The first thing that I would do is open up the personal account and then the business account. All right, and then Chase doesn't have any secured business cards, right? So what I would do, I would take money. If I have challenging credit. If I have challenging credit, then I would open up a security card with Chase. Okay, but what I would do, I would take the money, put the money on a secured card with Chase, and then I would transfer the money over to my business bank account. And then I will also make regular deposits, weekly deposits into my business bank account with Chase. All right. Now here's something that I would tell you all. The reason that you always want to go to the banks to, just one moment. Sorry about the noise. People on the boardwalk with their skates and skateboards and stuff, so you have to bear with me a few minutes. But nonetheless, if you go into a Chase bank and apply for a business credit card, let them put the numbers in for you, because you'll have a higher chance of being approved. Okay, that's one thing. So like if you're a freelancer, you drive for DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, eBay, you can be selling on eBay. You could sell like maybe 4 or 5 items on eBay or whatever, and you can actually classify yourself as a business, right? Depends on the amount of money you made off of eBay. But again, I would set up the corporation first, okay? And if you don't know how to set up the corporation, the link in the description, you can set up a one-on-one consultation with 3-way funding, and we'll walk you through the steps to set up a corporation. But once you have the corporation set up, okay? Once you have the corporation set up, then opening up I would open up the personal checking account with Chase. Then I would open up the business checking account, and I would make weekly deposits into your business checking account. Okay. Now, again, when you're opening up your business checking account, here's the thing about it. You can do projected numbers. You know what you anticipate on making. Okay, so you have to be reasonable. Also, here's another thing: when you're applying for like a business credit card through Chase, I would say, to be safe, they're gonna ask you, well, how much money you want, okay, on your business credit card. They're gonna ask you that. You can do two things. You can either go conservative and say that and keep it under 25,000, or you can just say, well, what's the max? And so when you tell them, well, what's the max, let them put in the numbers, and they're going to look at the projected financials. They're going to look at your relationship with Chase. They're going to look at your credit score, right? So they're going to look at these things and let them come back with a number. So if they come back with a number too low, then you can ask the person that put in the application, so you can call the underwriter and ask them to give you a credit increase, right? And when you ask them for a credit increase, they're going to want to know what you want the money for. And you want to tell them that the purpose of you having the money is for marketing, okay? That's what you want them to understand. You're not just wanting money just to be having money. You want it for marketing, because marketing a new business, it takes a lot of capital anyway. So that's one of the biggest reasons that you want to tell them you want the money for marketing. Now, here's another thing that you have to understand in terms of your business. If you have a high-risk NAICS code, a SIC code, like most people wanted to go into real estate investing and stuff, that's high risk, okay? So because that's high risk, you're either going to get a little money or you may get denied, okay? Again, because those are high risk. Or you said that you're trying to start a restaurant. Now, one of the things that I've told people, if you're going to be trying to start a restaurant, you don't want to tell them you're going to start a restaurant. We actually tell you more favorable NAICS code to help you get the maximum amount of money, but you do not want to tell them a restaurant. So you have to keep that in mind. You don't want to do high risk type of businesses, okay? So that's just a few things. I'll tell you something else. Like when you're applying for a Chase card, okay, granted, they don't report your business credit card on your personal credit, but they're going to pull your personal credit. And the reason that they're going to pull your personal credit is they're going to actually see how you manage credit. They're going to actually look at if you recently have collections, or you have lates, or you recently filed bankruptcy, okay? So if those are some situations that you're currently dealing with, I wouldn't apply with Chase. Now here's another thing. This is what's cool about Chase. Like, if you got a 680 credit score with Chase, then Chase will still give you a business credit card, right? They'll give you a business credit card. Now, if you're denied, here's something that you want to tell them. This is something you want to tell them, and you want to remember this, okay? Just to build a relationship with them, you let them know that you're willing to take a lower limit, okay? And again, you're trying to build a relationship of trust. So if you tell them that you're willing to take a lower limit, and they approve it, say they give you 500 or 1,000, use it. Because what happens for most people when they approve for a business credit card with a low limit, they won't even use the credit card, right? And because they won't use the credit card, it's not building a relationship with the financial institutions. So they're not open to give you more money because you won't even use the little money that they gave you. Okay, so if you get approved on the reconsideration of a Chase card, then and they say, hey, I'll take the lowest amount you can give me, and they approve you again for 500 or 1,000, use it, pay it back, use it, pay it back, because that's how you actually start building up the business credit. It's much faster doing it like that than through net 30s. The money that you're going to be buying like net 30 accounts with, I would take that money and I would actually deposit that money into the business bank account, okay? And you can make weekly deposits of $25, $50, or $100, just as long as you're still showing activity going on, all right? So that's very important. Some of the other things that you may want to do to help you get approved with for a Chase business credit card is like your utilization. Like if you have a low utilization, that's going to help you. But if it's high, then that can count against you. All right. Also, the inquiries. I always tell people, if you have more than 6 to 8 inquiries, you're in a danger zone of denial. Okay. Now, in terms of if you want to try to get some inquiries removed before applying for the Chase business credit card, then what you would have to do is call the credit bureau's fraud department, and you can either tell them that these inquiries got here because you was high pressured into sales, something like that, and they will remove them. Now, I'll tell you, if you're trying to remove inquiries, I wouldn't challenge the inquiries that I have open accounts on, unless like those inquiries are over 9 months old. But if they're fairly new and you just got the account, people are doing it, but you can take chances of getting your account locked up because it looks like fraud. So that's the reason that I would not challenge a brand new account I just opened, okay? And while you're applying for the Chase business credit card, also, if you can, I wouldn't apply for multiple cards all at once. I would apply for the Chase business credit card and let that go through before I start applying for other business credit cards. Okay? Now, here's some things that you have to do in terms of income that's going to help you. you need to list the total income, total household income. And that's one thing, like when they say like how much your income, they're looking at how much is your total household income. All right, so like I said, your total household income may be with you and your spouse, which probably push your income up maybe about 75, 80,000. So, but that's what they're actually looking at. Now, also, when they talk about total income, like you may have a income, say from an annuity, or you may have income or you may have money that's been locked up in a 401k. Because you have that type of income, that's also considered as well. That's the reason I tell people, like when you putting in an application for your business credit cards, to call people over the phone, because when you do that and you're talking to them to get approved, they'll ask you how much is your total income, and then they'll ask you, do you have a 401k? You know, so if you tell them, yeah, I got a 401k with about $75,000 in it, so they will count that as part of your income as well. Okay, so this is just a few things that you should know when you're trying to apply for a business credit card. Okay, and for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. If you have any questions about building business credit or applying for other business credit cards, check out the link in the description and set up a consultation. So this is Houston with 3-Way Funding. Thank you.